Kent and MJ. Oh my gosh. First of all, I know you watched Cooking Kivets. So cute. Lisa was so cute.
I thought they were great. I was a little taken back when Sal stuck his finger up Doug's butthole and Doug screamed out loud.
I was brushing my teeth after dinner, and so I had the iPad next to me. So it was I was looking in the mirror and I had my AirPod in listening to that, and I heard him say, he just put his finger up my ass, and I'm like, oh, I missed something good.
He literally was like, whoa! And I was like, what heck? And yeah, it was funny.
Okay, and Sal was kissing Lisa on the lips, and then he had his hand like here, like on her tit. I'm like, oh my gosh, I know your boyfriend is in Italy, but
I don't think he's used to being around boobs, so maybe he doesn't know where to put his hand exactly.
It just kind of laid perfectly there.
Yeah, the old slip around. Exactly, the old slip around. I did see
what?
I did see one thing, and I didn't want to say it because how everybody's always like, wash your hands. But Sal did go out.
I missed that. I did see that Lisa had gloves on.
I think that is, I totally agree. If you're touching people's food, you need to have gloves on. I don't care how fancy or poor it is. Gloves, please.
It's true, but if people have gloves on and they still go, like at a restaurant, go and touch money and go and get the phone and go and there's no sense in having gloves on. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, they have to change them all the time. But yes.
So,
if you're scratching your butt.
Oh my God. Today's show was so good. It went by so fast. I think I loved the music. I loved the, what's the word? The attitude,
vibe.
The energy. Jeff sounded so happy. It was such a better mood than the last couple of days. And he did give a reason for his kind of weird mood yesterday, which, was kind of a weird vibe, but he was on meloxicam and 4 Advil. So I think he was a little...
I felt so bad because I was like, why would he wear the same clothes for 2 days in a row? He hates that. Poor guy. Like when he's like, I couldn't take off my socks and my underwear. And I was like, I honestly, Sarah, because I'll give that bitch shit. I was like, ooh. I felt bad for him.
Yeah.
That was sad.
But I'm curious. I mean, he did change shirts. I could notice even before the show started that the pants were the same because I was like, I almost saw it. And I was like, what? So I went back and looked at the Instagram picture before. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. He probably has different pants, whatever.
Yeah.
He pays enough staff to have someone undress him. Exactly. Nanny Lisa
that's
is like,
true.
Not my job description.
If I was Jeff, I'd be like, well, not my chonies, but I would be like, Jeff, please, or Jeff, Monroe, please take off socks for your daddy.
Yeah, she's 6 years old. I mean, she could definitely take his jeans and but then how would she get his next pair of pants up? That's Shane's job.
No, that's the Australian's job. Maybe that's why he invited him. Maybe that's why he invited him back up for the wine because he needed his chonies changed.
Oh, I was already pissed off about the Australian yesterday, so let's not even talk about him anymore. I did not like that story one bit. I like the stories today much better. Why is Shane, I didn't like him even talking about that date again the other day that didn't go well, and the guy let him walk home. Pajamas, pants, exactly. Oh, what Lala was wearing? That was
or if he was saying she wears the same pants every day because she works at home, but if you call pajamas pants, girl, I feel you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean,
athletic leisure is now the new hot thing.
Oh, my God, for sure. But Shane, so if he's gone on the 4th date with this guy, that's almost like marriage. What is he going out with another guy for the other day?
Okay, because that's what I was confused about. I wasn't sure if the 4 UK guy was the same guy as the let him walk in the rain. Then
different bitchy. Guy.
And I'm sorry, if somebody did that, I would even say something. You're not going to give me a ride? I mean, that's just horrible.
But I just think Shane is so mild and meek that I just don't, you know what I mean?
No, absolutely. I'm just saying that person that would not take him home, like I agreed with what MJ or Lala said, and they're like, run, that guy's a piece of shit. That's horrible. Yeah. You're a human. Why are you going to let him walk in the rain, especially in LA?
Rain or not, it's just kind. You went on a date for 2 hours. You just spent 2 hours with someone. I'm also curious, did they split the bill or did one person pick it up? And if so, who did?
I'm sure they probably either split the bill or Shane picked it up. Because if I was not feeling a date, I would want to make it obvious and be like, no, let's split it. You know what I mean?
Or, yeah, but I think Shane I think Shane's always feeling it. That's the problem. I think he's looking for love. He deserves love, as we all know. And hopefully this guy with the London accent, he says he's got a good job or two good jobs.
Yeah. Well, you know, I know that the young kids today, they don't do it like we do, right? Like, I remember, like, you were told never sleep with the guy on the first date. Not to say I didn't do that. You're never the first one to call. You let them call you first. And, like, I've talked to Tyler. My daughter's 22, almost 23. And she's like, it's not like that, mom anymore. People sleep with people because that's just what they want to do. And I was like, oh.
Yeah. Well, and it sounds like he got some last night. So, fourth date. Maybe that wasn't the first time.
Did he say he got some?
Oh, yeah. He slept over with the guy and he came up with a glow. He slept over at the guy's house. Yeah.
Okay.
So this probably is the same. Hi, Doug. Oh, is Doug on?
He got on earlier. I don't know if he's still on, but yeah.
Oh, shout out, Doug. Let me see if he's still on. He's usually cleaning his kitchen if he's on. I can't tell if he is or not. But he's got guests. He's probably not on. Anyways, he did hang out with someone the other day. Remember, he got kind of in trouble with Patty Stanger because he didn't stay and snuggle. He left, to go home, which we all agreed on.
I think that's
Shane Weir. Have they alluded? Have they said he's a bottom?
He said shout out bottoms before. Also, yeah, I believe that was a UK guy that he stayed the night at the house with that he didn't cuddle. Is that what you were trying to say?
Okay, then that's the same guy he slept. So he's moving on up. So to me, leave the other guy alone that didn't drive him home in the rain and go forward with this guy with the London accent. How awesome that would be that he's got a London accent and Stu has an Irish accent.
And I have to say, I am a sucker for an accent. I hate the phrase panty dropper, but if I hear somebody with an accent, I'm like,
yeah.
Like even when I've met Stu in person,
goes up at least 2 points, like Jeff said, at least 2 points.
Oh, sometimes more. Stu's beautiful as it is, but once you start speaking, you're just like.
Well, I mean, Stu is just, yeah. Stu is much more than just his Irish accent and his looks.
Oh, exactly. Absolutely. But I'm just saying, accents are hot. I like New York accents. I like a good old Southern accent. I love all accents. I love Boston. I love it all.
Speaking of Stu, this Palm Desert Food and Wine Festival, which I don't feel like is what got me in trouble with Instagram, but I guess it could have been. Who knows?
Do they follow you, or do you follow them?
No, I don't follow them, and I think they blocked me now. But I think they blocked somebody else. So somebody else had made comments on their things.
Hello, Bronx.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I said shout out Boogie Bronx, Boogie Down Bronx, or Bronx Boogie Down. Sorry, go ahead.
And so we were DMing each other, and then I DM'd her and I said, "Did you get blocked?" She's like, "No," and then she was like, "Oh, yes, I did." So she got blocked too. So I think they either took the account down. I could still message them because I sent them a DM and I was like, "Hey, it was just in fun. Like I didn't say anything bad. You know what I mean?"
Right.
And I didn't. My story, it only says, it points to the message. I didn't send them a message before that happened. And all it said was, you would get more people if Stu came. Like, that's all my story said. And I tagged them, so nobody can even see it. It's not like Facebook where if you tag someone, all of their viewers get notified of that. That would be worse. I would never do something like that. It's just in fun.
And I think with them, what happened before when people were emailing them and stuff, that they're just trigger happy now. And they're like, meh.
Yeah. No, I agree. And I mean, having an Instagram name, Jeff Lewis Obsessed, I'm sure they were like, meh.
Especially like with Gage. Yeah. Like, I mean, it's obvious.
Yeah. It was a part of me is actually too good to even go to that festival now. Anyways, I love that Jeff is shadow banned. So I think I live shadow banned. I don't know. But because I can always look at the insights and it tells me the numbers, like negative, whatever. Anyways, and that's how someone told me to check. But I will live by what Jackie Schimmel, who will be on tomorrow, said to me via DM one time. She said, if you're shadow banned, you're doing something right. So to me, that means I'm doing something okay. With our 3 followers that watch us, shout out Chumpettes. And Jeff has now joined the world of shadow ban. So, and it could be because the other day when I shared his the conjoined twins video clip on TikTok, I instantly got a message too saying that they took it down. And then you can hit a button that says for them to review it. They reviewed it and instantly sent me a thing and said, okay, we've approved it. In other words, we've looked at it again. And so that one actually stayed up, I think. I don't remember. So that's not what got me in trouble because like I said, you get a notification. So I have a list of the 6 stories that I've now gotten in trouble for. And basically they're all about bullying. So like one time I used the word whore, not calling anyone a whore. I was saying Lenore the whore, that phone caller that came in at one time. So I got in trouble for that, which was stupid because if they'd have just read the thing, it was a comment talking about a caller. Mm-hmm. So the reasons I get in trouble is like all bots. It's like they just see these words and what have you.
They're not. The problem with bots is they don't read it in context. So they're just like, it's just an algorithm. Look for these words.
It. They can't look at everybody's account, but if they would look at my stories, if they would just go 3 forward and 3 back, they would see there's no nudity, there's no bashing, there's nothing negative.
No,
I mean, literally,
absolutely not.
Nicest freaking Instagram fan account ever.
And I love Lenore the whore.
I know, she needs to call in again.
I know.
Although we never knew what the deal was because then there was drama that's saying that's the wrong person. Remember all that drama?
Yes. She's like that other lady that called in. She's trying to take my name or something. And I was like,
so weird.
There's so 2 weird. Lenore the whores?
How many Lenore the whores are there? Of course, if you name your kid Lenore, probably growing up, your nickname is Lenore the whore. And they're all like, hey, that's my name.
Wait, real quick. Did you ever see the Seinfeld where he dated a girl and her name rhymed with clitoris, but they didn't say what it was? Did you ever see that Seinfeld?
I saw every Seinfeld, but I forget everything the day after I see something, so I don't know. It's like Groundhog Day every day with me.
I don't know why I'm telling the story, but yeah, so he was talking about, for the longest time, I was like, what is the name? Is it
Dolores? Clitoris?
Yes, but it took me like years to figure that out.
Oh.
You're brighter than I am. I was like, clitoris?
Oh my God, I'm so surprised I thought of that because I'm not very smart.
Yes,
I really related to Lala today. I love it. I love that she graduated high school and was like, I'm not even going to take the SAT because I'm going to move to LA and be famous. And so I don't think she went to try to be famous at that time. Did she?
I'm not sure, but I will have to say that when I didn't do the SAT either. I did the route to community college. I had probably a 6th grade math ability. I took pre-algebra 3 times at community college.
Wow.
And
math is hard.
It was my brain just didn't work that way. It wasn't that I was not intelligent. It just was not, it didn't think that way. So it was really difficult. The last time, or I was not going to be able to graduate and transfer to a university, I had just got my boobs done.
Priorities.
And with my student loan money, and I was wearing a look.
How do you spend student loan money on tits?
They give you the money for rent and food and books, and I was able to budget enough where I could use part of it for the boob job. And boob jobs were inexpensive at that time. They were like $45.
You don't have to prove. It's not like a 529. You don't have to prove you're spending it on school stuff.
No, well, it was school stuff. I'll tell you why. Those boobs let me pass that last time because I've never used my boobs for evil unless I was out at a bar or club. I've never used my boobs for evil, and I purposely wore a low-cut shirt, and that fucker, that professor, he passed me with a C.
Jeff, it's true. He said attractive people do better with in-person learning than remote learning. It's so
exactly. True. Those big old titties made me get a C, and I was done, bitch.
You're getting fire emojis. Yay, boobies. Woo-woo. I loved all the talk about school, about Chapman University. That's where the rich kids go that don't get into USC the first time. Hilarious.
But you know what's funny? I think I think Jeff did go to USC, but I think that they kicked him out. Okay, yeah, I was going to say he did go there for a bit, but I think they were like, you're done. You're not graduating.
No. He graduated from USC. He went to Chapman before that. He's a graduate of USC.
Oh, okay. That's what I didn't understand. I was like, okay.
That's why people don't call, if you go to a transfer school, people don't call that your alma mater necessarily, because that's what you graduate from. So he's saying he graduated from
Gotcha.
USC.
When he was talking, he was making it sound like he went to Chapman after, and that's why I was like, what?
I think he went to another school even before Chapman is what he was saying.
Oh, okay.
I think. Who knows? I love that they ended up going to couples therapy together. Sounds like, remember, was it last week that they took the break from couples therapy because Jeff realized he needed some help himself? But, so I think couples therapy is probably where it's at. Jeff clearly thinks he's working on things a lot and says that he has worked on himself a lot. And I think he has. I think couples therapy is always a good idea for those two. Because I think Stu needs to hear what Jeff is saying. I think they might say things in couples therapy that maybe they're not spending the time saying when they're together.
And I'll tell you what happens when you're in couples therapy. I don't know if you've ever done it. I've done it with a couple people. You feel it's a safe space to finally talk about what's really bothering you, and that there's somebody else there to mediate. I just think there's so much going on with him. I don't know if Stu does therapy by himself. I wish he did therapy by himself like Jeff does. And then they also did couples therapy. I'm really glad that they're sticking with it. It's a commitment towards their relationship. I believed everything that Jeff said today about, again, like the breakup to makeup, the addiction to love. Drama. Yes, and addicted to drama.
Yeah. But even Lala was like, don't you want safety and security and comfort? And he was like, I really think he loves the drama.
Sorry.
Okay.
No, my phone call came up and then it started playing music. I was like, oh, what's happening? Anyways, go ahead.
Oh, I put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Oh. Usually I don't have that many people calling me.
Oh, I do. I thought Jameson's thing, I made a video of it, and it was Jameson could be a therapist. It was probably hard for Jeff to hear, but that was a really good question. Like, do you feel like Stu is putting up a mirror of yourself more than your past relationships? And I think it was like,
Spot on.
Spot on, for sure. No, he didn't graduate Chapman either. No, he graduated from USC. The whole pool pump thing, I do not know. MJ came at him on the she was feisty today.
MJ with Tom comment. How much money? But it's, you know what? I wanted somebody, I didn't have a chance to do it. I want somebody to go back and research. If not, I'll do it this weekend. I almost feel like Josh Altman said it was $50,000 a month. I know that's a crazy amount.
I think 25,000.
You think it's 25? Is that what you remember?
Yeah. 25,000 is what I remember the price being before they may have negotiated.
Okay, because I thought it for some reason 50,000, and I was like, sorry. Yeah, Tom would not approve.
No, but I don't think anyone thought it was going to be this long. So I feel like Jeff is like me. He's very frugal and financially responsible. All he's thinking is, I am wasting this money. Like, none of this is going towards a mortgage. You know what I mean?
He was there May, June, July, August, September, October, now November, 7 times 25,000. So that's almost $200,000, $175,000.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I thought, Linda. They wanted a $50,000 deposit. But anyways, somebody sent me a message today and they said, why don't you think Jeff has bought a house? And I said, I don't think there's a lot of inventory, number one. Number two, prices are really crazy right now. And number three, I think he really wants to figure out a way how to live in Hollywood Hills, but still have Monroe go to the school that she's at.
I think, and I think he's looking for the big backyard, the space for Monroe. And I don't know if that's as available for his price range in Hollywood.
Well, not only that, Hollywood Hills, they're all built on there. There's not a lot of land. You've got to Give up a
And
little.
I never knew about Monroe's car sickness being so bad. So maybe it's something that's getting progressively worse
Right.
as she gets older. But if she's getting sick on the way to and from school, that's got to be hard. That's a lot of driving back and forth.
And like I said, my daughter used to get car sick all the time, and I didn't believe her at first. I thought she was just fooling, but no, she would like throw up. So some kids do have motion sickness. Jeff said he had it, and so she might have it too. Kind of sad.
For sure. Annie says she wants Jeff's rich people problems. I agree, but as much as it's easy to say, oh, he's got money, or anyone that's famous has money, what have you, some of them really do. And I really think it's almost sounded like he was going to dive a little deeper into the alcohol thing with Dr. Judy today.
Oh,
tell me that idea.
No, I didn't get to hear it a second time. So tell me, because I kind of remember that, but I don't remember exactly.
Well, I just remembered him saying something about it being dysfunctional. He's accountable for his actions and his words. But there was something about
alcohol. I know there was.
Something about alcohol came up. Oh, she said, Lala was saying he was so impressed that she's been sober for 4 years and doesn't do pot, doesn't do NyQuil, doesn't do, anything. And she was like, well, if you're a normie and can just drink and have fun, it's fine. He was like, oh no, I'm not a normie. Like, he's like, Dr. Judy and I are going to get into that next. I mean, he always jokes about the drinking thing. I have no idea how much is true or not, but it does make me worry for him for even 2 seconds if he is worried at all that he has a problem.
Well, I think anybody that goes out a lot and drinks socially or even drinks at home, like a normie would have a glass of wine like you and not finish the drink. But there's not even alcoholics. There's might be just people that are hard drinkers or that abuse alcohol. And the fact of the matter is, if you're drinking 2 or 3 drinks a night, it affects your sleep.
Yes. Your liver.
Even if you don't feel hungover, it does negative. I mean, you're putting poison in your body, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just wonder, he even said something, or maybe it was a video clip I'd watched him another time when he was talking about drinking, though. I think for him, it's the act of it. It's almost like smokers, how when they stop smoking, they start holding something because they're just so used to that, whatever. So I think for him, it's the ritual of it. Yes. And he's very scheduled. He's very ritualistic. He likes to wake up, go to that place where he doesn't want Aurora to bother him at the table or whatever it was he said.
Well, not only that, I think he really likes the ritual, the ambience, the vibe of making a dirty martini. I think that it's a whole thing for him. And you know what I mean? It's classy.
My night is over just from the flipping out days. As much as we all loved when they would get a cocktail and they would make a cocktail at 5 o'clock.
Oh, I thought it was awesome.
That symbolizes, okay, now everyone's relaxing. We're all getting together. We're having a drink. If we don't get together and have a drink, what do we do? If we're not doing a drink, what is there to do?
Right. It's like
I do understand that.
The day is done. Yeah.
Yeah. But I understand that that's like the norm. It's like he doesn't play golf. That takes, 8 hours. It's like, what are you going to do if you don't go out and have a drink at the bar at the hotel?
Right.
You don't go play, backgammon in the little game room. You know what I mean? That's what the nerds would do. He would call that Jameson, the nerds.
I was going to say, I love when he said that he could be good at improv. I think he would be. When he says he's not a very good actor, like that always surprises me. I believe him because he said like they have to shoot things over and over and over again. But he's so comfortable around in front of the camera. I can't imagine him not being a good actor.
I think he's good being himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when we've done commercials and stuff, I've never done anything reality, but I'm much better being myself than I am being an actress. You know what I mean? Like memorizing lines and thinking about it. But if somebody told me, I had an audition once where I had to talk about something that was emotional. I mean, I thought of something instantly and was like, blah, 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 blah. Talking doesn't make me nervous necessarily, but like acting stuff does. I think that's what Jeff's meant. He's so good being himself, but not when you have to tell him lines to say, things like that.
Right. And I agree, but I also think he's almost created a character, a persona that he plays into too.
Yeah, for sure. What else? Jim Thompson texted him, "This is the dumbest show." And Lala was like, I'm kind of taking offense to that. I thought Lala and MJ were so good. Like, it just flowed. I love how MJ, and somebody even said this on the Facebook or the Instagram social media comments before the show started, that she like asked questions as a fan, and she always does. She always knows what's going on. I love that she knew about Tom, and she knows that he's nitpicky about Jeff's money.
Right.
I mean, I love this thing. She's just like a listener, just like we are, but yet she's a chump. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought today's show was great. I think that I always want to say, because if Jeff messes up the name, Jim Thompson,
I know,
was saying that when you talk about me, it's a stupid show. Like, he's like, not that Lala and MJ were stupid, just like in general, Jeff Lewis's show is the stupidest show.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, and Sue says, remember, people were going for 2 hours. Now we're going for an hour and a half. I don't think we're going to get it, friends.
I know. I don't know.
Once people get the digital channel and they can listen to all the past shows, I think they'll be fine.
I don't want to listen to past shows because I listen to it live every day.
No, I have another radio show that I've always listened. They have like 10 years back on tape, and I love listening to old shows.
Did you see Lisa's comment? She said that Andy Cohen said there's going to be some. I didn't get a. Listen, was that on yesterday? Andy Cohen said that there's going to be some major changes coming to programming. So we'll have to see. Let's real quick before we talk about music, which was so good and so positive. I loved Jeff's attitude today. He just sounded so happy. Don't disappoint me, Jeff.
But you know what I would have
I always get my hopes up that he's so happy, and then it's like shit hits the fan. I'm like, oh, Jeff.
But I really wish he would have touched more on the procedure that he had done that ended up irritating his nerves, because I didn't quite understand all of that. And
so it sounded like the back guy, the guy that was doing all that other stuff, the regenerative
Dr. Moon.
It's not Dr. Moon.
I know, but I'm just saying that kind of like.
I was going to say it's not Dr. Moon. That guy did something that irritated his back. So when he woke up yesterday, he really couldn't move, so. MJ and Tommy have their podcast, Till the Dirt. They said they were starting a Patreon October 1st, and they talked about that. The last couple podcasts, they have not talked about Patreon, and they didn't talk about it at all today. So I'm not sure if they let that die out. I have no idea.
Oh.
But they launch every Monday. They drop an episode, and it's really good. And then Wednesdays, Give Them Lala is her podcast, and it drops. And then she has GiveThemLala.com for like beauty products. She has like lips. A lot of it's out of stock all the time. So hopefully she'll get more in stock.
She does a lot of skincare too.
Lipstick is the main thing but that's probably what I was trying to order was lipstick. And the code is Jeff20. And she also has GiveThemLalaBaby.com.
I think, yeah.
Baby stuff. Yeah. Anyways, let's chat music.
I do agree. The songs are very positive. However, I've never heard of Ty Viebdes, Two Sugars. I mean, it was
me either.
And I was like, that song sucks. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, I love the words though. I thought it was so cute. Yeah,
and then JT, Justin Timberlake, Pharrell. Stay with me. I have not liked them. He's had some. I've never heard that song in my life. I'm not a big fan of Justin Timberlake or Pharrell, but that's another Oprah.
They started it with BravoCon behind the scenes. What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
I saw that. I think that was Alicia. I wasn't sure what that meant either.
I know. I don't know what that means. I'm so excited you got to meet MJ. So I didn't get to meet her at BravoCon. We saw her.
Yeah.
I don't even think we waved to her. I think
she was only there for a minute, and then she must have gone downstairs for something.
Yeah. But we had met her in LA at Amy Phillips. Show with Reza. Matter of fact, I've seen a couple of today. There was a Instagram story, I think, on Brandy Glanville's.
Oh, she was talking about MJ's Patreon.
Oh, no, I did hear it, but I'm saying that was weeks ago. She hasn't talked about it yes. She hasn't talked about it lately. I got all, you interrupted me. I got all, I don't know.
You are a little sassy tonight. You're a little sassy.
Brandy Glanville
ignored it.
On her Instagram was her and Gigi and Reza. So I have seen Gigi and Reza post videos of them together lately, but not with MJ. But I'm sure they're doing this show together. It just hasn't been announced officially yet, has it? Aren't they done filming?
You know what? I don't think there's enough information. I feel like they were filming and then it stopped all of a sudden. Or maybe that was just the way MJ made it sound when she was on Jeff Lewis. But maybe Reza and Gigi are filming together because MJ's busy with the Champs and everything else she does.
I don't know. I mean, Gigi's got the baby too.
Oh, that's right. Gigi has
but why was Brandy Glanville with them?
She's a Shaw? I don't know.
Brandy
That is
Glanville.
weird.
Yeah.
That is weird.
Who knows? Anyways. Well, you have to get us off since you started the live. So when you do it, tag me in it because now it'll all be message. That's why I'm blocked because I'm sassy. I mean, I am a sassy bitch. I won't, you know.
We love Sarah. I love Sarah, but her patience is right like this.
Oh, yeah.
She gives it all to her kids, and she has this much for me.
I don't even give it to my kids. I wake up with no patience, I think.
It's so hard. All right. Yes, I'll tag you.
Well, and I learned I was Instagram banned right before so I was all flustered.
Also, Jackie and Doug tomorrow. Jackie and Megan tomorrow, right?
Jackie Schimmel and Megan. I mean, and I hope she wears these Gucci pants that she had on today. Oh, my God. Only she could pull that shit off. She has the body of like a 13-year-old. She's freaking amazing.
Not only that, a body of a 13-year-old with big old hooters.
Big hooters. And are they real?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought they were.
Those titties real, baby.
Who else has big titties that are real? Heather McDonald.
MJ.
Well, I mean, yeah. Anyway, MJ's not a size 2.
No, I know, but I'm saying she's got big old bitties.
Big old titties. Shout out, Chumsets. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow at 6 o'clock California time on Kelly. So make sure you're following Jeff Lewis Chump. I'm sure you all are, but just make sure. Because, well, I guess you'll get notified whenever I go live, too.